Now, this video will show you how to go in and register an exam, or possibly remove an exam that was automatically registered when your course was imported that you don't want to have proctored. So here's all you have to do. First, in your course, since you've already set up your external tool, you're going to click on Modules. And in this case, the Examity module is at the bottom. Now you can move this to the top of the screen if you wanted to, and you can change this label to whatever you want it to be, and you can change this label to whatever you want it to be. So if you wanted to have this a little more explanatory, then you could just change the label on it. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Examity. Now I'm at the Examity dashboard, and I would click on Courses and Exams. I'll then select the course that I want to work in. And notice that since my course was imported, I have the test that I have set up. And notice they've been given a duration. Now this is something that you can go in and change. You can set it to wherever you want it to be set to. And it should probably agree with any time limit that you have in Canvas. However, if you don't have a time limit in Canvas, you set an approximate time here. The student will not be stopped if they run past the time limit. It just gives the Examity proctors, when they schedule, an idea of how long this exam is going to take. So try to be as accurate as you can be based on how long you think your students will take. Okay, so notice, let's suppose that I'm only going to proctor Lecture Test 3 and Lecture Test 4. Then that means I would need to remove Lecture Test 1 and Lecture Test 2. And so all that needs to happen is you simply need to click on the delete, and it will give you the option of deleting that test. And when you do make a change, you have to go back and reopen this. So what I want to do is delete Lecture Test 1, delete Lecture Test 2, and delete my Start Your Quiz to just be left with only those tests that I want to be proctored by Examity. Now, what if you need to change the properties of a test? Let's look at Lecture Test 3, and you would simply click on the edit icon here, the pencil, and now you have the window that allows you to edit the exam. It's the same one you'd use if you're actually registering an exam for the first time. And notice here we have the test name. Level 3 simply means that it's going to be live. It's going to be a live proctoring with recording. Notice you don't have any option to change that. And then you put in the number of hours and minutes that the test is, that you expect the duration of the test to be. Then this is a link. Now, what this means is this is the link that when a student goes and begins the test, the student will be taken to this link to begin their exam. For most of your exams, that is simply going to be put in automatically when your exam is imported, so you don't have to worry about that. In this particular case, these students are going to go take a test in McGraw-Hill, and I simply went and I put the link to McGraw-Hill. So it doesn't matter where your students actually take the test. If it's a Canvas test, then there will be a link to the Canvas quiz. If it's a test in question mark, then it will be a link here to the question mark exam. This is all something that these can be pretty standard links, and these are easy to figure out, and I can help you with these. This should not be a problem. But like I said, if your course is imported, then this is automatically filled in for you. Then you'll have your exam start date and your exam end date. Now these are the times during which they can take the test. You set these according to how you want to do it, and the students will need to schedule their test to be within the time that you specify here. There's not going to be a file that needs to be uploaded, and you can go ahead and fill in any information here that's need for extended time. You could put yes for if that was necessary, or special accommodations. And the student upload file, the student's not going to upload anything, although they could. Then as we move down the window, this is where you can see what the standard rules are. And if you have any additional rules, then you can specify the student can use a calculator, the student can use scratch paper. At open book, I guess I don't know why you want to proctor it if it's open book. Bathroom breaks and recon desks are probably not good ideas, but they're there if you want to use them. And then lastly, we have special instructions. If you have instructions to the proctor or to the student that you want them to see that may explain something that you've specified up here, like for example, if you selected calculator, maybe down here you want to specify that it has to be a graphing. It can only be a graphing calculator, or it can only be a calculator that doesn't have any graphing function. You can specify and get specific down here. In one exam, the student was going to be instructed to tear up their scratch paper that they're working on. So down here in the special instructions, I typed that message in, made sure that only the proctor could see it, and clicked save. So in this particular case, if there's only going to be a graphing calculator, and you only want to see that, allow the proctor to see that, then you can click save, and that will be a message that only the proctor can see. Well, once you're done with this, you can simply click update, and you'll get a message that your exam has been updated. You can simply then close this window, and then I can reopen this back up. So now this is the way in which you come in and again eliminate exams that you do not want to be proctored, or make modifications to exams that are already listed here because they were imported. Now, if you need to create a new exam, you've added an exam during the semester that wasn't imported, and it's very simple to do. You simply click on this icon here, and it allows you to add an exam, and then you simply fill in the information that we were just looking at in the previous example. One additional thing that you should be aware of is that when you're creating a test that you want to be proctored, make sure that you include the password for that test when you register it with Examity, and also make sure that you set a password for that test in Canvas. This way the student won't be able to take the exam unless they do it through Examity.